Hi, I want to tell you about the afternoon that I've had. I have some visitors. Oh, I'm going to put this little light on just really quick. There's Mama Kitty, and then there's baby kitties. Should be four. I think one of them's in the back, hiding, shy. And they live underneath my apartment complex. I got the food and water and stuff like that. I got them. This is temporary. But I'm trying to make their, living situation at least a little bit palatable. It's taken them a little bit of time to get adjusted. Turn the light off. I need to very carefully exit. It's like I never filmed stuff before. I need to very carefully exit because Mama, she's a devil. Oh boy. Okay, got that successfully exfiltrated. I put this little thing here just in case I brain fart and I'm just like, oh, I gotta use. Luckily I got 2 bathrooms in this apartment. I'm gonna shove that down there. Got 2 bathrooms. So, but sometimes, you're like, oh, I feel like peeing in this one. And then if I just brain fart, and then they're like, oh no, there's cats. Maybe I shouldn't call the mom a devil. She's just very capable. She's very capable. My apartment. Hi, Sarah. It was a to-do. Yeah. Now, Sarah was in bedroom over there. She did not take part in any of this chicanery out here. But oh my gosh, I had a plan. Actually no, and it worked. That's the thing. It was a really great execution. I just bungled a secondary component of it. So there's a little carrying case that I got the 4 little ones in, and they're cripes, 6 or 7 weeks, something like that. I just put some food in there. They all 4 went in there. That was easy, just shut, easy enough. Now Mama, she's more suspicious. She's more skeptical. So what I ended up doing was I put the carrying case here, and I'm just like, I got your babies. And actually she was a lot more concerned about food. And I actually had to, I did a Hansel and Gretel where I put a little bit, like, ooh, piece of candy, ooh, piece of candy, ooh, piece of candy. With the can, and then her babies, here just as, like cherry on top. Now, what this was, and it did work. This is the thing. It worked. Okay, couch here, backside. That couch was actually flipped this way. And then the door to the bathroom was open and there was a light coming through. So basically, and then this area, it was all shut off. So, shut thing here. I had tables and chairs and stuff like that all stacked up. And it just psychological barrier for the most part. And I sat behind the door. And then she yum, 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 yum. And she was like, and a little bit further, yum, 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 and then she went in 3rd time, and I was like, yeah, and then she's like, bah, and she did, and I was just like, and she's like, ah, and she did, she ran, blah, and went right in, and I'm like, holy crap, that worked. It was great. So I picked up the babies, put them in there, and I'm like, okay, awesome. And I was going to, start getting blankets, and I was going to get food and everything all set up. Again, temporary situation. I'm going to find, like a shelter, no-kill type situation for them. I just want to do some research and figure out what particular options I have. But they are going to be going to a place that is going to, be okay for that. She's very feral, so she may have to do just like a trap, neuter, release type program. So I mean, she might get spayed, get her ears notched, and then I just toss her back out, and then be like, hey, what's up? For some reason I started calling her Kettlebell. I know. Kettle corn, Kiara, Kel's bells, I get it. But then she's also gold, so like she actually kind of had like a copper. She had a copper kind of thing, like copper cookware, and then she hissed. But she wasn't like too creative. She would just be very cautious. Like I'd put food down and she'd be like yeah. So I'm like, oh, you're kind of like a hissing kind of teapot, tea kettle, kettlebell. So whatever. Anyway, I planned everything. I planned like the capture part, but then I'm like, oh, now the housing. I have to make sure to like actually kind of transfer goods and materials from here. So I actually went and bought. I bought extra cat litter. I had extra food. Got some baking tins to use as cat litter trays, but it was all out here. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, start grabbing stuff, and then I open up, and then Kettlebell's like, not the thing is not to me, because her and I have actually kind of like in a weird way kind of been quote bonding, or at least getting to know each other a little bit. So she just started freaking out, just like and just like jumping in the corners and like as soon as I opened the door, and she found an opening, and then it ran out. And then I'm like, dang it. And then I had the actual, the carrying case for the little ones was also open, and that seemed to trigger them. So at the very least, I had to shut the door. Ka-chunk. So that one. And then four of them are just, luckily, and I bought these leather ranch gloves. So I start grabbing them, I start scruffing them, and they're just like, I start chucking them back into the carrying case. One of them actually bit through. You can't really see much of anything, but I actually got a little. I just remarked it wasn't just like my war wound. No, it was actually interesting because these are like leather ranch gloves, and that little 6-7 week old kitten was had strong enough jaws to bite through that and actually break the skin, which I was just like, that's impressive for a little kitty. Sarah's she is investigating everything right now. She's like, there's been a happening here, and I'm not sure how to feel about it. Anyway, I get the 4 corralled, and I shut the thing, and I'm like, all right, I gotta go back out here and then get Mama. And then Mama, literally just like a moth. Just, so I'm like, all right, come on, all right, we gotta get back. And just, she was not having it. And then, of course, all of my good, well-laid materials, she started seeing the weak spots. She started seeing the crevasses. She started seeing the things. So now she's like, and I'm just like, oh, shit. It's my shower curtain. That got torn down. Anyway, so she's over here, she's in the corner, and I'm like, you got it, there's the bathroom. And she's like, I ain't going back over there. I'm like, you gotta go back over there. You can't stay in this corner. And so I'm just like, yeah, kind of, I'm like, get out of here. Oh, and she bit the crap out of that. Look yeah. That was Mama. We just kind of kept on kind of going back and forth at it. And of course, I didn't want to stress her out. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was already kind of a stressful experience, but I didn't want to make it to like ridiculous kind of thing. And then I finally was able to kind of all right, here, space a little bit. And then she's like, she went into my cabinet down here with, entertainment system stuff. Move this thing back over. So then I start thinking okay, she's actually in there. I just grabbed. Oh, yeah. I had candles. Oh crap. Oops. Yeah, there you go. But I just went flipped it, and then I just shoved the coffee table in front of the thing there, so that she was in there, coffee tables in front. I'm just like, all right, now we can at least take a moment to figure out the next steps. I gotta move it back for the historical recreation. So I emptied, actually, and then I'm like, oh, hamper. Well, actually, first I grabbed that thing. I'm thinking, maybe I can get her in that old garbage can. And I'm like, that's dumb, because why would she be enticed to go in there? And I'm like, oh, there's the hamper. It's got the holes in the side. She can think, ooh, light. Maybe I can escape to safety. So I'm gonna take the hamper, put it over there, and then I like slowly, geez, I just broke my hamper. Anyway, I'm moving it slowly over like there, and then I take the couch and then kick it in front like that, so that if she like donk on the thing, it's gonna hit couch, ain't gonna move. Grab this old Tupperware lid, and I'm like, oh, guillotine gate. It's like moving tigers, huh? It's like moving tigers. And then I just very ever so slightly opened up a gap, and I had more hands, because I got the phone right now. And then very gently, I was like, all right, come on, sweetie pie, sweetie pie, sweetie pie. And then she was just like, I don't like that umbrella. And then she poof jumps into here, and then katash. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it worked. So once I had her like positively secured in that hamper, and baby's positively secured in the carrier, that's when I was like, fool me once, shame on Derek. So that's when I started bringing food and litter and all of the amenities inside. I haven't heard them kind of exploring anything yet, so it's probably going to be a while for them to like really kind of get comfy. But yeah, it's getting later in the day, and I don't think any of the places that might be of the sort that take animals like that would be open right now. Like I said, I want to do my research, and it's mama and the babies, and they're together, and I can foster them for the time being, for a few days, until I find a good spot for them to be able to go, and I think that the little ones, I mean, don't get me wrong, they're a little guano bat anyway, but I think that they're going to be young enough to still socialize. That's good. I don't think mama. I think she is wild at heart. So she's gonna have to get tossed back out here. So anyway, yeah, that was my adventure, wrangling a little feral house meow. Yeah, Sarah, I know. There's like weird smells everywhere. There's weird smells everywhere. Yeah, they oh my gosh, they sprayed their fear chemical butt glands. So just getting wafts of that every once in a while. Sarah's just like, oh my gosh, what happened? What did you do? But yeah, I'll try to keep you posted. All right, bye bye.